questions, just shoot them at me. Today's open discussion. So, trying to get this camera right here. I got the iPad on. So how you guys doing this morning? Who we got on here? Let's see. Yeah, today we got open discussion, guys. So anything goes. Got a beautiful day here in the Philippines. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. We got 3 people on here now. 7 people. Now we're picking up. So who's on here right now? Who do we got? Hey, Kiki. How you doing, Kiki? Let's see, got 19 people. Gurkha. Don, John Wales, good morning, John. Rick DeVries, let's see. Wow, we got a lot of people on here now. We got 20 people on here already. Gary, not telling, New Jersey. Where you guys all from? See, I know where Kiki's from, or Jaffe. Okay. We're waiting to get a typhoon, I guess, but they're not sure if it's going to hit us or not. And it's supposed to be a Cat 4 or Cat 5, Category 5 or Category 4. Newest subscriber, Bill from Canada, North Carolina, Thailand. Here we go. Laguna. There we go. Huntsville, Texas. We always get a lot of people from Texas. That's good. I like that. Texas is like America's last stand, I think. Champion, Alberta, Canada. Wow, we get a lot of people from Canada. I haven't seen any people on here from Germany yet, in our live streams anyway, but we get a lot of people on here from Germany. So if you guys anybody you want to start a conversation today, just shoot a question or something and we can start this rolling today. New York City in the house. There we go, New York City. Lafayette, Louisiana. From Garland. Let's see. I think I spoke with Garland before. Let's see what's going on. Don Murphy from Nova Scotia. That's where Oak Island is. I watched that show. Justin in Arkansas. How you doing, Justin? Am I still single? No. Semper Fi. Any updates for traveling in the Philippines? No. We're still on lockdown. Jam. Let's see. How's life living in the province? Actually, I don't live in the province. I live in the city, but it looks like I live in the province, doesn't it? We live in an area that's pretty remote in Tracy Materas, so we're lucky. Let's see. Hold on. How's typhoons affect where you live? Typhoons don't affect us here that much, not in this area. You know, it's actually pretty nice here. We get a lot of winds and rain and stuff like that, but we're high up. You know, it affects people more towards the shoreline and stuff like that than it does inland. So we're lucky because we have the mountains that block us too. It has to go, you know, through Batangas, and Batangas kind of keeps that wind effect from hitting us really bad. So we're lucky in that effect. We are, again, not on full lockdown here in Thailand, but no beer as of last night. Marianne Towers from Maryland. Wow, we got somebody from Maryland and a woman too, so that's good. Marianne, are you looking to be an expat over here in the Philippines? Why a year and a half of lockdown has done very little? Yeah, that's a good question, Carlin. You know, we've actually been in lockdown longer than that a little bit. Not really a true lockdown, but we had the dust coming down from Taal volcano. So that was part of our problem here, you know, in Tracy Materas. So we had to wear masks long before this. See, finding happiness. Hey, Steve, finally caught one of your live casts. Yeah, that's good. We'll see. We're up to 50 now, 51. Derry, New Hampshire. That's where my grandfather used to live. Let's see, and we'll be in the Philippines as soon as the borders open. Welcome, Derry. Let's see. Don Murphy, got my first vaccine. Soon I will come to Dumaguete. There we go. Hey, Steve. Dan from Texas. Hi, Dan. Let's see. Yeah, our vaccines, we're still waiting for the VA. The vaccines are at the VA right now, which is good, but they're gonna go to the priority groups first, and then they'll call us in. So I don't know when I'm gonna get mine. So it's up to them. Let's see. I asked because I want my hubby to feel leaving in the province because I'm so tired leaving the city, hustle and bustle. Let's see. Michael Scott from LA. How much longer I got to wait to get over there? Yeah, it's a good question, Mike. Nobody really knows. Probably sometime this year if you get your vaccine, they'll probably let you in. My husband is U.S. Air Force veteran, planning to retire there soon. It's a good place to retire. My fiance and I from Metro Manila, planning on moving to Cavite when things open up. Yeah, it's a good place to live here in Cavite. It's very spread out, more so than the other areas. It's not like living in the city at all. God, I miss the Philippines. If it wasn't for the COVID, I would live there and I would be there now. Yeah, Johnny, it's a good place to live, man. There's so many places to live too. It's a lot of good choices here. I tell people Aurora. I would tell people to live in Luzon. You know, Luzon's a good place to live. Not that there aren't other good places, because there are. But if you're older, Luzon has a lot more to offer for the older crowd. God, I miss the Philippines. Let's see it. From LA. Let's see. Who else? Jenny the Marina. Who else we got on here? Got John Wales on here. But you guys, I don't want to let the conversation go dead here because nobody's shooting any questions or anything. How's the weather up in Derry? Good evening, York, Pennsylvania. Any news on the typhoon coming? Yes, there is. They say it might skim us. That was the last I heard last night. I'm sure the news has changed this morning. They said it could hit a lower Luzon pretty heavy, but they're not sure. I know the winds are really bad in it, and the rain too. Let's see. Jenny the Marina, I live in the province and I love it. Yeah, province is great. Ariel Batista, hello from Jacksonville, Florida. There we go. Oh, sorry guys, you lost internet for a second or something. Greetings from Toronto. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Not sure quite what happened. Dan from Texas. Do you have a scooter? No, I don't have any scooter. Greetings from Toronto. So we're starting to go back up here. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. The internet just cut for a second. That happens in the Philippines. Greetings from Tennessee. Yeah, guys. Once you get over here, sometimes we have like Wi-Fi blips. So that's the thing that really sucks over here is the Wi-Fi blips. Wi-Fi blips kill us over here as far as live streaming. You know, but it's one of the things that we live with sometimes, unfortunately. Do you think Antipolo is more expensive than Cavite? I'm not familiar with that area, so I really couldn't tell you. Cavite is pretty cheap. You know, it's probably one of the cheaper areas. My hubby loves your blogs, content. Keep it up, mate. Thanks, Jenny. Haha, Philippine internet, always sketchy. Yeah, it is. Thank you for all your information. I'm learning a lot from you. Thank you for watching. What's the price for a taxi for, say, 1 hour? Wow, that's a good question because you can rent a car here cheaper than a taxi, but you can get a Grab. I mean, I've used Grabs before and used them for about an hour and a half and paid about, I don't know, they charge about 1,200 pesos, which is about 24 bucks or something like that. That's for a cab, which was it was actually a Grab. It's the same thing. Let's see, more volume, please. Let's see. This is about it for volume, Jim. I think it's your volume. Is anybody else having volume issues? Because some people always say that they have volume issues, but other people say it's fine. Hi, Steve. How many hours a week would you say you work on YouTube? Wow. Yeah, it's kind of like a full-time job lately because I put a lot of hours in. It's about 35 to 40 hours a week probably because I'm constantly doing research plus planning and, you know, things like that. And you're on almost every day. Yesterday I took a day off. Let's see, how is the power issues in your area? Power issues here is not too bad. That's one thing we don't have much of a problem with. Good morning from How you doing, Gems Lifestyle? Hi, Bob from Air. Bring you a Celtics jersey. Name your player. Anyone's fine. Let's see. Do you use VPN for Netflix and other things? No, you don't need a VPN for Netflix. Not over here. I don't use it. You know. Do you see any China influence, if any, in the next few years? Yes, probably. There's a lot of Chinese here. Are you familiar with the Greenbelt Mall in Makati? No, I'm not. I may have been there. I don't remember that name. I've been to a lot of malls. John Winners, Eagle Twin. Volume is fine. Thanks, Galloway. Your volume is a little low, but it's okay. Okay, thanks, Manila Martin. What's the price of a good ribeye steak? You know something, Lincoln? I go to Prime Steakhouse, right? And we pay, I think it's about $7.99 or something like that. 799 pesos, which is, let's see, about 16 bucks for all you can eat. I once paid a trike 500 pesos. He drove me around for an hour. Yeah, it's a little expensive, but that's okay, I guess. We hired a tuk-tuk, and I think we paid about $1,400 for about 4 hours. So that's not bad. When do you think the Philippines will open? I think as soon as you start getting your vaccinations and they have a vaccination passport, you'll be allowed to come in here. Hey, I like your channel. Keep up the good work. Thank Canucks. Volume is a little low, Ed says. Okay. Yeah, we're using the iPad microphone, unfortunately, so there's not much I can do about that. Smoky Mountain Modeler, how are you doing? Let's see. What nationality are most expats here? Most expats over here, I find, are American or from Australia. There's a lot of Australians here too. And there's a couple people from the UK. Greenbelt Mall's open. Doing good, John. I'm checking the hooch. Several months back you said you would show us some gated community rentals. Are you still going to do it? Yes, Arthur, I am gonna do that. The problem is right now we're on ECQ, okay, and we really can't get into some of these places. So that's the problem with these. That's why I haven't shown any rentals lately. $16 is worth it for AYCE steak. I pay around $9 for an 8-ounce and sides. Yeah, this place here, Prime Steakhouse, is an all-you-can-eat steakhouse place, and they're all over. There's a few of them around the Philippines. I'm not sure where they all are, but it's a franchise, guys. That's really, really good. What's the average age of most expats there, do you think? The average age is probably about 62. Okay, I would say 62 to 65. That's about the average age I see. There are some younger ones, you know. But most of the younger ones aren't really expats. They're kind of like backpackers that stay here long term. I had my vaccine here in Singapore. They use Pfizer. I didn't feel anything at all. I hope my second will be the same feeling too. The project crazy times when the Philippines open. You project crazy times when the Philippines open back up. Yeah, we really don't know, Garland. You know, like we're just guessing. You know what I mean? I'm thinking maybe sometime in the fall. You know, that's just me, because I know how slow things are in the Philippines, and they are slow. Let's see, Alex. Well, 3:08 morning here. My question is, can I buy a house there? If you get married, your girlfriend can get one. You can lease land and put a house on it. Let's see, Jack Nearly, Dub Hain, Dwayne. It's Dwayne. Oh, hey, Dwayne. Let's see. John still needs some pinto beans. Let's see. Alex, living abroad. Outback Steakhouse is $30 for a 10-ounce. Yeah, up in Manila they have Outback Steakhouse, but they also have Texas Roadhouse at the Mall of Asia, and they also have Red Lobster, which is delicious, guys. If you like Red Lobster and you want some haddock, they do have haddock there if you look for it on the menu. You know, so, and I think they might have cod too, but I'm not sure. You know. God help anyone getting a vaccine that doesn't work and put your life at risk. Greetings from Maryland. Just got second vaccine shot. No problem so far. You leaving, Dwayne? Let's see. Thumbs up. Thanks, Jack. Hi, guys. I got a lot of business. Hi, guys. A lot of businesses trying to trade in lockdown there, trying to survive. My girls still have her beauty treatments on the sly. Yeah, everybody's doing that. Jeff, how about seafood? Yeah, I like the seafoods here at Red Lobster, Jeffy. Let's see. Your volume sounds good. My side, no problem. Okay. Since it's tax season here in the U.S., maybe a little info on filing taxes abroad. It's actually the same over here, guys. Pretty much. I mean, you can get H&R Block for expats, and it helps out. I do all my filing online, and it's pretty easy. It's really simple. If you have all your documents, and it's simple doing your taxes over here. It's not a hard thing to do. Let's see, property prices are very high here. Heard they are dropping there. No, they're still going up here, at least in my area. It might be different in other areas because people need money. I think you may see more remote workers in the future, but they... Let's see, some music always likes to call me. Hold on a second, let me shut this off. I really think by August, they're in the PH, be open for business. Could you recommend getting a used car? Yeah, you can get good used cars here, but they're gonna overcharge you, I think. Let's see. Have you visited Bulalu restaurant in Tagaytay, Steve? No, I have not. Even if the Philippines opens travel up in a few months, I don't think it's worth traveling there. If you do, let's see. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend traveling here right away, guys, because things might change. Wait a little while till everything settles and you know it's good. What is the most high-tech area, most advanced area of PI? Wow, the most high-tech, probably up by like Subic, Alabang, and there's a couple of places around Manila that are starting to get high-tech. So there are places that are getting high-tech, guys. Manila's starting to really grow in a big way, in a good way too. UK government being caught lying about official figures from COVID deaths by 25%, utterly ridiculous. Do you hear if Australian expats receive their pensions there? I think I'm not sure. They must be getting them because they're living over here. I heard Australia is closed till 2023. PHs might not open till 2022, I guess. I'm not sure about that. I think this year for people that are vaccinated. Scott Ramey, hey Steve, I know you say work full time on videos, but daily, how long would you say that it takes for you to edit and get ready for upload? I don't do much editing. I just shoot and that's it. You know, I do my stuff, you know, really quick. The upload is the problem. You know, it takes a while to upload. I mean, sometimes it takes about 2 hours to upload a 20-minute video, sometimes more. And plus they do the copyright checks and stuff like that. You may see more 30s and 40s mid-career remote working professional, but it's largely dependent on how quickly the IT infrastructure can improve in the Philippines. It's actually improving, guys, over here. It is improving. I see the Wi-Fi getting much better. I mean, we had a blip here, as you guys know. You know, how far are you from the beach? We're about maybe about a half an hour, somewhere around there. We're not too far from the beach. Half an hour, 35 minutes. Let's see. How fast is your internet? About 80 Mbps. Tell us about your main troubles a few years ago. I think if expats are going to have trouble, it'll be with individual states. Yeah, Dwayne. It's Dub Hain. Yeah, we had some problems over here with Maine because they took out some taxes that they shouldn't have took out, and it messed me up. I did get it taken care of, but it was a real pain in the butt. I had to work with the state of Maine, and finally the state of Maine checked to see if they had any records of me there, and they couldn't find it, so they just let it go, and they finally gave me my money. But it took a while. It was about a good 2 or 3 months. It was a pain. Living in the Pacific, finally caught up with you. Let's see on live stream. Let's see. John Stone. Hey Steve, my sister-in-law just moved into our house in Amiya Escapes in Conchu Road. If you want to get in to check it out, we can arrange something if you want. Is that a rental, John? Is that a rental? John, send me an email on steven5975@yahoo.com. Okay? Steven with a V 5975 @yahoo.com. What hospital in Cavite except TRICARE? I'm not sure. I don't have the. I don't have. I know that there are some here. You know, there's quite a few. There's a list. I used to know what they were, but I'm not that familiar with them because I don't use TRICARE. We still have to buy a local. Do we still have to buy local insurance? How's that work? If you have TRICARE, you should be all set. But if you're just a regular bloke coming over here, then you definitely want to have some sort of insurance. I heard Elon Musk will have satellite Wi-Fi in the Philippines in 2 years. Let's hope so. That'd be awesome. I guess it doesn't always pay to get here early. We are sitting waiting and the stream didn't start. Had to shut it and reopen to get the stream. Yeah, that's probably because it went down for a while. Hello from Missouri. I can't wait to get to the Philippines. Thanks for all your great information. Love your channel. Thank you. Thank you, Boogie Macuse. Let's see. Do you think you could do a video on the law, how the laws are different, how some things can and can't do compared to U.S.? I can try. Let's see. I get up to 500 Mbps in Quezon City. That's pretty good if you got that. Hey, Tennessee, told you. Tennessee Traveler. I had to do the same thing. No, we bought the house. It was just complete. I just know that you want to get into a gated community. Yeah, John, we're trying to do find some rentals in the gated communities. But with the lockdown, it's hard to get into the gated communities. They won't even let you in. Actually had it built new. Okay. Really don't like how some vloggers are disrespectful to Filipinas. Yeah, there are a lot of people that do that. I mean, that's just the way it is here, unfortunately. We call those guys the Epstein Island boys. Let's see. Satellite Wi-Fi is $500 up front, $100 a month. Wow, if it's going to be that much, I don't know if I could afford that. Let's see, Marian Towers, thank you. Have you tried Dito? Jenny, what's Dito? I've never heard of that. Let's see, hi everyone, how's it going? Hi Mike. Yeah, guys, as soon as we get some openings at these places, we'll get out there. But we can't even really walk around too much. There's only certain days we can get out, you know. For you guys back in the States, you guys will love this. We got Coke in the bottle. Hey, Steve, congratulations on another week of vlogs. Thanks, Gunny. Yeah, yesterday, being the day before yesterday, we had a good one. Yesterday, I took a day off. I know your stance on vehicles, but how prevalent are independent auto mechanic shops there? They're pretty prevalent. They're all over the place. Or does everyone just go to the respective dealership? Yeah, you can go to the dealership too. Do you have any regrets coming to the Philippines? Do you wish you could have done it sooner? Yeah, I wish I could have did it sooner, but I had to wait for my retirement. Eric Bone, I have problems with that too. Do you need insurance for a vehicle, for a house if you build one? I don't even know if that. I have yet to hear about homeowners insurance around here. I know they have it, but I haven't seen anything on it. As far as vehicles, yeah, you can get auto insurance. No diet. Yes, they have Diet Coke. Let's see, for Starlink, $500 initial cost, $99 a month after for Starlink. That's gonna be expensive. Hey, I'm an NEZ subscriber. Thank you for all your information. Thanks for watching. Dito is a new telecommunications which is stronger than PLDT, Smart, and Globe. That's what I heard from different people. We have Converge over here. That's what I have. I don't have PLDT. I have Smart on my phone. We have no insurance on our house in Samara. Vehicle required. Okay, it's required. See, I don't have a vehicle, so I can't talk too much about that because I don't know. I have my license here, but that's about it. I got my license because I have the SRRV, so it's easy for me to get my license. See, I pay $7,500 a year for homeowners insurance. Okay, so that's not too bad. Actually, kind of expensive. Is it a cement? It must be a cement house, just like ours, because there's nothing that can really go wrong in a cement house, except you lose your roof in a typhoon or something. Do you travel to Vietnam or Thai? Other than language, how would you like to live there, pluses and minuses? No, I haven't gone to Vietnam or Thailand. I probably will go eventually. I probably will go eventually. We'll see. Dito is partly Chinese owned. The government allowed to build towers on military bases. How close to SNR are you? Are meats there? Yes, they have meats there. They have all kinds of food there, all kinds of American foods. It's just like Costco or any of those places, Sam's Club or whatever. Hey, living in the Pacific. I lived in Eastern Samoa for 3 years and it made us move back to Canada. I cannot wait to get back. One Pinoy. Dito is not established yet. It is even picky in phones. Has to be 5 kg ready. Hi to everyone, by the way. Hi, Steve. Let's see, what's your views on shipping goods and auto? I wouldn't ship an auto over here. It's too expensive. Too many taxes and stuff like that and all that stuff. That's what I heard from somebody anyway. They say it's not worth it. Hey, Steve, thanks for your content and answering my email. Appreciate your content. Was recent post about mosquitoes was enlightening. Yeah, that mosquitoes are brutal here because people just think that you can just get dengue. No, you can get some really horrible stuff over here, like the cellulitis thing. That was horrible on my legs. I'm still healing. My skin will probably never be the same after that. You know. Let's see. I grew up in Bacoor area. You're by Tracy Monteros. Yes. Let's see. You have a background noise that seems crickets on. Yes, it's a cricket. You guys probably hear it a lot, and it's annoying. It's annoying in my videos because it's so noisy. 700 pesos for SNR, 120 a year in the States. Yeah, it's not bad here. It's a good deal. Shipping a vintage motorcycle. Yeah, it's. I would ship something like that over. They actually had something on. It was like a vintage. It looked like a bicycle motorcycle on Lazada, and it was cheap too. It was like less than $200. I think you have to put it together. And I'm not sure. It looked like an old, like 1910 style motorcycle from. It was out of China, and it looks really old. It's kind of nice looking. I was thinking about ordering one just for fun and give me something to do. Were you able to get your stimulus payment? Yes. Yeah, I got it fine. Yes. MFib. Yeah, I got that. Sorry about the phone call, Steve. We were waiting on the other stream that didn't load. Okay, Tennessee. Get a gecko for the cricket. Yeah, there's plenty of geckos over here. Did you hear this? Did you hear the story about Escobar's hippos in Colombia? They released them and now taking over area via breeding. Actually, I did hear about that. Yeah, it's kind of fascinating story. You know, SNR is probably owned by Costco. I believe it is. Yeah, John Stone. We hunkered down in Calibi during Yolanda. No damage to the house. We are waiting to return also. Good for you, bro. 1961 Harley Davidson Panhead. Yeah, my dad had a 1941 Indian there, Vince. My father was big into the old Indians. He loved the old Indians. I actually have a metal tin sign in here with an Indian on it. We were in Dolores. Do you have Arabs in your area? No, we have no Arabs here. That's more in Mindanao. A lot of the people that come over from Arab countries, they tend to go to Mindanao. I think I forget what they call that area, the autonomous zone or something like that. Vince, that's going to cost you a lot of money to get your motorcycle over here. SNR is owned by Pure Golds. Yeah, a lot of people, I'm not sure if it's owned by Pure Gold. Maybe it is. I heard it had something to do with Costco or something like that. Choo choo, great seeing you on live stream. Just got out of surgery. Well, hey, get better. Sorry, Steve. Side convo. Steve side convo. Let's see. John, you're out of Canada, huh? You guys got a lot of nice old stuff up there because I was watching some show about the cars up there they restore in some valley, the Rust Valley or something like that. By the way, I'm in Bingagon, Rizal. Bingagon, Rizal. Sorry if I don't pronounce it right, guys. By next May. Do you know if when I turn 62, I will be required to carry a Medicare and Medicaid insurance? I think you have to wait till you're 65, but maybe when you take your Social Security. I'm not that familiar with that. I haven't taken that yet, guys, because I'm only 58, so I haven't even started that stuff yet. Gunny John, the new Indians are pretty awesome. People swear by them and never go back to Harley. Yeah, Gunny John, that's true. I've heard that too. But they're different Indians, not even the same company. But they made them look a lot like the old Indians, which is kind of cool. But they're really updating them to look like the newer type bikes. They starting to look more like Harleys now. But I like that old style. Nothing can beat that old style. So do you put on mosquito repellent every day now to protect yourself? I do sometimes, yeah. I try to. Man, if you're able to drive around Manila Bay at night, no traffic and pretty sight. No vehicles can be imported if older than 5 years. Wow, I didn't know that, Dickie. That's good to know. Did you hear that, John? No vehicles can be imported if older than 5 years, according to what this guy says. Medicare is no good outside the U.S. Yeah, somebody said that there is a way to make it work over here, but I don't know. Medicare is at 65, and yeah, see, it's at 65 and is your choice, $148 a month. There is no Medicare in the PI, however. Yeah, I hear conflicting reports on that. I haven't done my research on that yet, but I might do that someday soon. Is do a story on that, because I've heard Grandpa Vlogger or something like that. He did a story on it, so I got to check into that. Supposedly he did a story. Somebody told me that anyway. Do you think you'll ever start your own garden and grow those hard-to-get veggies you love so much? Wow, yeah, you know something? We tried growing some down below here, and we had a hard time growing them because every time it got started, the rain would wash them out. It was pretty bad. It was not good. See, Vince Petrie, actually 10% off for every year below present, up to 70% of value while holding 13 A visa. Actually 10% off for every year below. Okay. You can always hop over to Guam if you're able. Yeah, the problem here is if you have an emergency. I mean, most people have emergencies that you wouldn't even be able to get on a plane and fly out, like a heart attack or a stroke or something like that. That's the problem over here. Is a lot of people think they can fly out to Guam or something and get care. It's not that easy. See if it's been a good live stream. Got to go to Calvin's live stream. All right, John. We'll talk to you later, man. White dog, crapping room, comfort room. I'm wondering how TRICARE Select works over that way. I've heard it works, but you know, TRICARE, some of the hospitals over here take it directly and they charge them directly. So I don't use TRICARE because I don't have that. You know what I mean? That's for retirees, military retirees. I'm not a military retiree, but they do have hospitals, even here in Cavite, they have one or two. So they have several all around. There's not a lot though, you know. Filipinos call comfort rooms, Americans call it a shower. Yeah. Sperlin Edwards, hey big guy. Hey Sperlin. Let's see. I looked up my shipping my BMW motorcycle over to Manila, but the import duty was higher than the bike's worth. Wow. Gunny John, I was told it's TEI. Let's see. Some here in Cebu even take FMP directly. Yeah, some do. FMP is different than TRICARE though, Tennessee Traveler. FMP is totally different than TRICARE. TRICARE is for retirees. FMP is for disabled vets. So there's a difference. Mike D, go join the FB group TRICARE Overseas program. Exotic Filipino, good morning. Good morning. Gunny John, TRICARE Overseas. Yet, like I said, TRICARE has places around here, and then FMP has places around here too that will also bill directly, so you don't have to put up any money. But you know, FMP only covers service connections over here. Okay, a lot of people think like if you're 100%, you're fully covered. That's not true. I'm curious, have you hopped around a lot of islands? Which was your favorite? I don't have a favorite really. You know, I've been south of here. I was down to Iloilo and Boracay. Boracay is a beautiful island. I think Boracay is beautiful. I'd like to get down to Palawan, York, PA. Hi from Fargo. Wow, got Fargo on here again. Let's see. Mike D. LOL. Okay, Tennessee Traveler. Nan Bowles. Hey, Steve. Good morning. Good morning. Palawan, baby. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Palawan's pretty nice. I've seen it on a lot of videos, and I was watching that Naked and Afraid in Palawan, which is pretty interesting, you know. Morning, everyone. I just got to work. Yay. Lucky you, Mike. Thanks for the tip, living in the Pacific. Let's see. Steve Miyasawa says hello. Say hello. For me, too. We watch your videos all the time. Thanks, Vince. Steve, I'm going to be in General Trias. So you, Gunny, when you get over here, man, you're going to be like my next door neighbor. I go to General Trias all the time. You're the next town over. So when you get here, man, like, connect with me. I'd like to meet up with you. Okay, Gunny John, you know, like, let me know when you get over here. Email me, okay? I can even show you around. I don't know how much you've been over here. So if you need help finding anything, just let me know. But that's good to know. General Trias, that's just a hop skip. You're only like 20 minutes away from me. Let's see. Who else we got on here? We got 110 people on here. That's good. Guam out. It's lunchtime. Okay, Guam. Hi, Steve. Do you eat street foods there? If you do you get sick? I don't eat street foods because I get sick even off the regular food sometimes. You know, so that's a problem we have over here. But part of the thing over here is your first year you're going to be adjusting to foods, and you will get sick. You will get sick. So you walk around with stuff in your like a bag. I wear like a fanny pack with a bunch of stuff in there. You know, you take pills, anti-diarrhea pills. You take wipes, things like that. You know. Filipino street food, yum. I'm not big into Filipino foods, believe it or not. I mean, I eat some, but most of them I don't eat. You know, it's kind of funny a Westerner coming over here and not eating their foods, but that's the way I am. Good morning, best wishes from the UK. I like going out to restaurants and stuff like that, and I like my steaks, and you know, I eat a lot of foods over here, but a lot of the Filipino foods I don't eat. I'm a big fan of Kenny Rogers because it's kind of a healthier food. They have a lot of good choices over there for vegetables and stuff. Don't end up paying palimony and Palawan. No, yeah, definitely not. Work, such a dirty word. Yes, it is, Maso. Let's see. Especially for a retiree. Which bank do you use in the Philippines? I use BDO. Yeah, I heard Citibank's pulling out of Asia. So that is true. I read that today. I always worry about the local bank's financial strength. I wouldn't worry about BDO too much. Tagaytay, 80 Fahrenheit with mild breeze. Don't really eat Pinoy food. Yeah, Van. Well, it's 80 there now. We're probably about 85 here in Tracy, and we're just a hop, skip, and a jump. But we have no breeze here today, so it's kind of sweaty and hot out here. Speaking of inescapable case of runs, how available are public restrooms? Not very available. You know, unless you're in a mall or something, then they're available. You need a cast iron stomach to eat street food. Yeah, you do. Wells Fargo is in Manila. Let's see. How is the sailing, and have you met any liveaboards? The tides look severe. No, the tides aren't that bad. They're pretty strong in some spots, but I haven't met any liveaboards here. I've seen sailing the Hoa. They sailed through here, her and her husband. Hi from Texas. Hi, John. Can you tell us about your time in the service? I was a submariner there, Junior. I was a cook. No secret squirrel stuff here, you know. All submarine stuff was secret, but I mean, no secret squirrel stuff like a SEAL. I just cooked food and minded my business. No big stories. Public restroom, no. If you want a good clean out and lose some weight, eat street food, Maso says. Yeah, that's true, Maso. You know. You know what? If I go out to a place and I think I might get sick, I just take the pill ahead of time. Some people said you shouldn't take it. I take it. It just doesn't bother me. Liveaboards. You know, to get back to that liveaboard on the boats, you don't see too many sailboats out here. You really don't. I thought I would, but you don't. Let's see. Amanusis. I will be coming to General Trias also. Yeah, let me know, man. We can get a group of us here together. Maybe every once in a while we can hang out and go get some steaks or something, or go to the pub for a night or something. Let's see. Your video about disaster relationships was one of the better subjects that affects many expats. Fortunate my adult kids accepted their stepmother. Yeah, it was actually a tragedy. It wasn't a disaster, but it is a disaster too. Dickie. Yeah, we got over 5,000 views on that. The guy that sent me that, he was really affected by what happened to him. I think he kind of felt alone, and that really helped him. So I want to thank everybody that wrote in and told their stories too. Wow, Steve, you're the first Navy guy I've met in years who wasn't a SEAL. Yeah. I did a story about that too. There's a lot of Navy SEALs here. Most of them are just BS artists. The only time I got sick after a drinking session with my father-in-law, Emperador. Yeah, there we go. That'll do it too. Where do you get good steak? I have a hard time looking for steak here. There. Rare Foods in Manila will ship it to you if you live around the Manila area. Or you can go to Prime Steak and you can eat it there. They'll cook it. Also, you can go up to Manila and you can go to Texas Roadhouse and Texas Roadhouse, and I think there's an Outback up there too. I went to once. I'm chomping at the bit to get to my gaff in Imus. Yeah, so Maso, you're near me too. Imus isn't far away. I'm a cook in the Canadian Army. Maso, when you get here, let us know. We'll have like a group of us get together. We can meet at SM Dasma or something. The same, we'll meet with Gunny and the other guy. There was another guy on here too. I laughed the whole time. Let's see. Yeah, Gunny, that was that Stolen Valor video I did there, man. There's so many people over here that do that, and it's really sad. And they know they know that you're onto their game. I play their game right up until the end, and then I'll let them know when I'm positively sure. Usually you can tell. As soon as somebody says they're a SEAL, usually it's 3,000 to 1, so it's pretty good odds that they're lying to you. And that's on I read that online. It's 3,000 to 1. They said there's way too many Navy SEALs out there for the amount that there really is. Junior, I am an RCR. Love your food. Guam is not quite the mecca for healthcare. No, it's not. Folks in Guam that can afford it fly out to Manila for non-emergency. Wow, so that's different. So it's just the opposite of what we think. We should be going to Manila instead of Guam. Maso, I will sure give you a shout out. Yeah, we'll get a bunch of us together, man. There's a place in Cebu that imports New Zealand, Australian USDA Angus. Yeah, you can go up to the place there, Century Mall, right near Trump Tower there. They have all kinds of steak up there, and they have seafood too. At the supermarket at Century Mall. Let's see, just waiting for flights. And SNR has it too, guys. SNR over in Imus, and the SNR is all over the Manila area. In Luzon. Just waiting for flights going out of Oz. Cheers, John. So we got 119 people, so we're doing pretty good, guys. It's hot here today, man. It's not even 10 o'clock yet, and it's hot as hell. So any of you guys that are moving around this area, let's get to it and see. Proud Denicious, Navy SEAL, Force Recon, Ranger, Delta Force. Yeah, it was just a lowly submariner, guys. You too, brother. That's funny though about Guam. Doug mentioned about Guam that people are actually coming to Manila. So that's a good reason why you guys should have healthcare over here. Remember, healthcare, guys. A lot of you guys like sending me stuff about healthcare. If you guys look into the peso plans and stuff like that through Pacific Cross, you guys will do pretty good. They're pretty reasonable. It gives you limited healthcare as long as you have some sort of emergency money. That'll cover like the first. It depending on which plan you have, like the first anywhere from $15,000 to $30,000 or something like that. So, and usually most of the healthcare over here is really cheap. So that's not bad healthcare. Like you would think in the United States that would be nothing. Over here, that's quite a lot of healthcare. When they steal valor, they steal all of it. Yeah, they do. I mean, they go full force. They think they're like a national hero. 119. You are a popular man, almost Hollywood status. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Just ask the SEALs if they have been to McPee's Pub in Nato. I'm not familiar with that. Not a Navy SEAL though either. Let's see. Avert activity. Lord willing, I'll be south of you, Steve. Lipa area. Yeah, we can all meet up sometime. Every once in a while, we can get a group or something. Maybe every Sunday or something like that. We could even do a live stream with a bunch of us somewhere. Anyone watching, don't ask Steve when the Philippines is going to open. Nobody knows. I really don't know, guys. You know, I get a lot of people asking that. We don't know. We have no idea. I don't think anybody knows. I think somebody asked Duterte the other day or something, and even he didn't really know. So that'll tell you, you know. And he was asking about when all the shots. They asked him about when all the shots were going to be out. He didn't know. So that gives you the answer right there. We are really getting our stuff together, Steve, to get back. We have our home here, and we are about 5 minutes from town proper, Tracy Martinez. Yeah, John, when you get over here, just let me know, man. We'll get together. Mate, have you been to any of these professional basketball games in Manila? No, I haven't. I've been up to Manila to a lot of places where they hold the basketball games to see a couple of concerts up there, but that's about it. Yeah, Navy SEALs usually never divulge they were SEALs. That's true. Yep, that's true, Rich. It still blows my mind that people actually steal valor. Why can't you just be proud of who you are? Yeah, I agree, Mike. It's a sad thing, you know. I'm definitely gonna get Pacific Cross when I get there. Gunny John, yeah, it's a good thing to get. When you get ready to get it, just talk to me and I can hook you up with the lady. You know, or you can watch that video, and she has some comments in some of those videos on insurance. Did you ever take Liberty at Subic? No, I did not. Never did. I was on the Atlantic side. If you had a life-threatening illness, would you stay in the Philippines for treatment? Yes. Steve, thanks for the phone. You are Paul Osborne. Thanks for the phone. You are the man. When is Mount Tal going to erupt again? Yeah, we keep hearing about Mount Tal, so I don't know. I haven't heard anything in a couple days, though. So I know the magma is moving, they said. Have you ever been to Belair, Aurora? I want to actually get up to Aurora. We're waiting to get out of this ECQ stuff so we can do a lot more traveling, you know? Were you too deep for 32nd Street? Steve, I can't do live stream because my secret squirrel top secret clearance. There you go, John. Living up in Colombia with my Filipina. People don't realize the cost of living is actually cheaper here and higher quality of healthcare and life. Yeah, it's actually not that bad here. A lot of people think that the healthcare here is not that bad. Up in Manila, it's actually pretty decent. Actually in De La Salle University Hospital, a couple towns over, it's pretty decent. What do you pay for 15K healthcare in the peso plan? I pay about $770, okay, and I've used it. And they actually paid for a little bit of my emergency care because I didn't have outpatient. Next time I'm getting outpatient. Just looking for emergency when I make it over there. Some people like to self-insure over here, and if you have like 50 or 100,000, you may not really need the Pacific Cross. But I still recommend it for people that are over 60. I thought people had a couple of crystal balls to tell us when the Philippines. Yeah. Tal was 20 plus earthquakes a day. It was more than that. It was 220 earthquakes a day. But you don't feel them. We feel like minor tremors out here, but you really have to, you know, very seldom. We don't get too much out here. I am lucky we can do the Balikbayan, but I think that the window will close soon without the jab. Yeah. I think you need the jab. Those stolen valor chaps often have mental health issues. Yeah, they do. Kenneth Germain, no quarantine in Colombia. No, Scott. Maso, as an ex-vet, I don't get worked up about stolen valor chaps. Life is too short to worry about crap like that. I understand, Maso. I've just seen so many of them here, though. You get tired of it. And Filipinos don't need a visa. Colombia, Peru, and Bolivia. That's interesting to know. But let's see. Yeah, I think everybody's going to have to get the vaccine, or you're going to have to get swabbed. And a lot of people don't realize. I think that these visas that they have, guys. I think a lot of these visas, what they do is they have it so that you can get swabbed, so you're good for like about a week or two or something like that when you get swabbed, and then they put that on the visa. So that's what somebody told me anyway. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I'm hearing. What is your budget for health care? Wow, I put a lot of money away for savings and stuff like that, so my budget's pretty strong. We put away probably about $200 a month or something like that for health care. Scott, just need a negative test not older than 92 hours to get it. Okay, it's at Scott's. I'm Steve, though. I think you're trying to talk to me anyway. Okay, so negative test not older than 92 hours. Kenneth, no visa for Filipinos in Colombia. Going back to the comment on on steak, doesn't SR sell good New Zealand and Aussies? Yeah, they sell grass-fed. And actually, some people have said that the grass-fed is not as good as the regular. It depends how you cook it. If you cook it on the grill and give it a little salt and pepper, it's pretty good. It's actually fairly reasonable there, too. The Philippine Info Channel, what is your first name? Steve, Scott. My name is Steve. Are you getting the vaccine there? Are they available? How do you ask? Yeah, we're going to get them at the VA. The VA is going to be giving them to us really soon. Scott, no, don't need visa to get in. Lived in Colombia 7 years, looking forward to the Philippines. That's Don Murphy. Yeah, it's nice in Colombia too. I've been to Belize. That's about the closest I've ever been to Colombia. Oh no, I was answering Scott. Okay, Maso, sirs, yes. USDA. Do you go to Cavite City? I've been there. Cow Delicious. MS3. Yeah, I was a MS. Mess specialist. Try filling station P. Burgos Makati, good USDA beef. The Philippines in some ways is like a magnet to attract the varying degrees of crackpots. There are even the tinfoil hat wearing ones who think COVID is a complete scam. Yeah, we get a lot of different people around here. Let's see, Stephen, I like your simple lifestyle there. Can I ask what you pay in rent fee? I pay about $80. It's close to 80. If we pay in advance, we get a little bit of a break, which we usually do pay in advance. We know our landlord really well, by the way, so that's how we work that out. Hello, Steve from Portland. Love your channel and your information. Thank you for responding to my email. Hopefully going to Matan, Cebu in October. Yeah, mismanagement specialist. There we go. Mess. Like an officer's mess. I worked in the officer's mess on a submarine. Let's see, Scott, $80. Wow, cool. 4,000. Yeah, and it's actually the place next to us is 60, and it's just a little bit smaller. The bedroom's a little smaller. It was always great knowing and being friends with the cooks. You could use to get what you wanted, what you needed. Let's see. I've had both Pfizer shots. I had little discomfort in my underarm, and lymph nodes are located. Cleared up in a couple days. Piece of cake. I get both of my shots. I wish they would open up for at least for that. Yeah, I wish they would too, Gunny. I think a lot of us do. You know, a lot of expats left before this, and they're all waiting to come back now. You know, and there's a lot of new expats waiting to come in too. What's funny is Philippine peso is worth more than the Colombian peso. Try the buffet at Sophie Hotel in Manila, best in the Philippines. I'll have to check that out, Van. Grass-fed beef is best, healthier for diet. Usually pricey. So, Doug, does that mean you're a vegetarian by proxy if you eat grass-fed beef? Good question, though, right? Maso, there are a lot of views about the virus. It's not a tinfoil hat. It's comparing facts to what we're being told. Just had my second Moderna shot, no issues. Yeah, they called back the Johnson & Johnson one, I guess. Is soccer popular in the PI? No, not really, you know. Gunny likes my joke. A good carnivore can't live off pork and chicken alone. That's true, Maso. I agree. We need our steak and veggies. My Moderna stock, thank me in 5 years. Buy Moderna stock. Basketball is most common here. Blood clots on J&J vaccine. Yeah, I've had a blood clot before. Those blood clots are rough. Steve, you're a fan of Coke. Yeah, I am, Scott. Coke with real sugar, yeah. That's my coffee. You know, a lot of people drink coffee. I drink Coke. It's probably why I get kidney stones. This looks like a pretty good channel to recommend to some of my single lady friends. Bunch of guys out there. Yeah, we got a good crowd on here. Any idea when the PRA will finish review of SRRV? You know, I have a good connection in there, and even they don't know, because there's a lot going on. Some people are saying it might go back to the BI, and they might even do away with the Philippine Retirement Authority, but I don't think so. If you had to redo it again, what would have been the perfect age to retire? Well, Brian, I'll be honest with you. When I started out planning on retiring, I was like in my 20s, and my plan was to retire in my 50s, and I still retired in my 50s. So I did pretty good. I would have retired with more. You know, had I not gone to a divorce, I would have been up to like about seven to probably like 9,000 a month, because I had rentals and everything. So I really had it planned, but she really pulled the rug out from underneath me. So I did pretty good overall, though. And I'm still waiting for my Social Security, so that's something right there. If I had still had my eBay going, my eBay would, man, I was making a lot of money off eBay. I was making 250 grand a year, and about probably half of that was profit. I was wondering if you were the rate of inflation here is probably about 3 to 5%. Your channel has fast become the best in the Philippines. Thanks, Gunny. Right now we're on like I don't know what's going on. Our channels go up and down all the time, and right now we're kind of on a downturn on subscribers, but yet our level of views is staying the same, so that says something. So we have a lot of regular subscribers that watch, so that's really, really good. I'm really happy about that. I'm not single, but I love this channel, down to earth, and I went through the same things you did. Very nasty divorce 21 years ago. Yeah, I like to switch it up a little bit to keep it interesting, because everybody's talking about all the other stuff. I want to talk about the stuff that nobody talks about on this channel, actually, because there's a lot of guys on here, and you know, a lot of guys want to talk about stuff, and all of us have gone through stuff. All of us, you know. 20 years military, then retire. If you could do it over again and not get injured, would I do 20 years in the military? Yeah, I would. You know. I hear driving is a bit crazy that side. Accidents on those motorbikes. What do you recommend for getting around? Yeah, I seen somebody get killed in a tricycle right next to me. Right next to me. He got squished. You know, sorry to hear that, John. Folks need to realize this push for the jab is not being fully thought out. Also, like everything, people have different opinions on most things. I respect others who have different. I guess you guys are kind of talking back to each other. Ariel Batista, did you retire from the Navy 20 years? No, I did not. I was only in for like short term. I had thought about staying in, but in the submarine force, it was a little rough, especially if you got married or anything like that. It was rough on marriages. Probably the most submarines that are roughest on marriages of all the military. I think SEALs are too, to be honest with you. SEALs might come in second. Are there taxis? Not in my town. There's no taxis. Did you go to Central Catholic High in Lawrence, Mass? No, I didn't. I had a lot of friends of mine that went there, though. I actually grew up in Billerica, but I lived in Lawrence for 20 years. I like the fact that you tell it like it is, and you warn the undesirables to stay where they are. They are not ruin it for the rest of us expats. Yeah, you gotta, there's a lot of people that come over here and they just wreck it for people. Mike Johns. Good morning, Steve. It looks like COVID-19 vaccine won't be available to us non-resident expats here until 2022, except for the veterans. Veterans are starting to get them now. I think probably within a week or two they'll start getting us up there. So if you're a veteran, you'll probably get yours. Flying home to get the vaccine can mean you can't get back into the Philippines. Yes, that's a problem, Mike. Kevin Nash's Kitchen is good info on your channel for people just getting into thinking process onto going to the Philippines. Yeah, thank you, Kevin. Taxi is a ripoff. Use Grab. Yeah, Grab uses taxis too, and then they charge you cheaper than the regular price. But if you're gonna use a taxi, just tell them to make sure that they have the meter on. And if they don't put the meter on, just get out of the car. Tell them you want to get out. How well can I do in the Pines on 1,300 a month? I'm not sure what he's talking about. How well can I do in the Pines? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Jay. In the Pines? In the Philippines? Are you talking about? You call it the Pines? On 1,300 a month. That's close. You could do it. I wouldn't recommend it on 1,300 a month because later on that's going to catch up with you when you get older. You need more money. You need to be able to save money for when you get in your 70s because insurance is going to go way up. Watch my insurance things, my insurance videos. Gunny John, a lot of times when I have questions, rather than ask twice, I go back to some of your older vlogs and get the answer. Maybe that accounts for the same amount of views. Yeah, my views on my older ones have actually gone up. There's a lot of people watching the older ones. There's a lot of information in there. I even go back and watch them sometimes because sometimes I forget some of the information because I've done so much research on stuff, and I sometimes I redo videos and update them and stuff like that. And I've been doing that lately. I'm gonna do more of that too. Go back to some of my old videos and update them. I just think it's decent to do that because a lot of people haven't seen those, and some people don't go back. Good God, I came across a channel that won't mention its name, but that bald-headed guy was absolutely crazy, cursing everybody. I was like, how did this pop up on my feed? This guy is crazy sick. I don't know who. Let's see. He's swearing. Paul Osborne. Lots of Chinese. There's a ton of channels that could fit that description. Lots of Chinese came to the PH SRV 27,000 concerning the PH government. Some think the SRV. I don't think it'll be discontinued. No, I think they're just going to be tougher, and you're going to have to start checking in a little bit more. Maybe once a year. Being military was rough on all of us. Yeah, it was. Whether you were, in battle or whether you weren't, it was still tough for a lot of people. Wait till your SSI starts. You, like me, on a public retirement, you get gauge 300 a month. Yeah, Red, they take out about 300 out of my money, especially if you work for a municipality. How well can I do in the Pines on 1,300 a month? Yeah, Jay, I think you'll do okay, but it's going to be tight. Like Scott says, you can live here on 500 a month, but you're going to live like Filipino style. But I don't recommend any of that. If you come over here to retire, man, you want to be retired in a good way. I live a good life over here because, I live on what I tell people. I live on 2,000 to 3,000 a month. I live in that range there, probably on the upper part. And I save a lot of that money that comes in my budget. I live exactly the way I tell people to live, Is it hotter in Thailand? The weather is hot. Yes, it is. How much savings do I need? Depends on your age, Jay. You need to be ready for your 70s. You need to kind of figure that out. I mean, if you ever want to go on the phone with me and you want to talk, we can talk on the phone because it's kind of hard to just talk about it on here. If you give me numbers and stuff like that on the phone, just send me an email at Steven5975. okay, at yahoo.com. And, you know, I'll give you my number. We can talk on the phone if you want. I can give you a rough estimate. If using meter and taxi, watch them. They will use a paper clip to bump the meter up from the bottom. Yeah, I've never heard that, but I'm sure it's true. I was curious if you were stationed in Portsmouth Naval Shipyard. I was stationed at Pease Air Force Base in Portsmouth in the 1980s. Actually, my submarine went up there. I didn't go with them. I stayed behind. I didn't want to go into dry dock. The boat I was on, I think I was on the USS James K. Polk then. And the Polk went up to Portsmouth for dry dock for a refit. How much savings do I need? Jay, I really can't tell you. You know what I mean? I need to know your age, because you're gonna need to save up for when you get, you know, when you hit those 70s, man. You know, and I don't, you know, it's hard. I just can't throw a number out there and say it's that easy. It's not that easy. Yeah, Maso's right. You need as much savings as you can, really, for when you get older. You know, if you're talking about savings as far as like an emergency fund, I would, if you're gonna, you know, if in your 70s, I would say at least have like 30 to 50,000, at least. You know, Scott says 20K. Yes, at least somewhere around there. But if you have a heart issue, it's going to be around 50K if you go up to Manila easily for some operations. Hello from San Diego, California. Enjoy your channel, Frank says. Former Navy machinery repairman. Welcome aboard, Frank. If you want to live in the Philippines, Pines, LOL, on an American lifestyle, prepared to pay like a rich American. Yeah, if you guys want to live good here, man, you got to have money. A lot of you guys come over here thinking you're going to live for almost nothing. You're going to live pretty crappy, you know? So, he lives in Cebu, Steve, with a YouTuber from Alabama. I believe I watched about 2 minutes of him, and that was about all I could take. From Alabama. Oh, I know who you're talking about. You're talking about Bama. Yeah, I know him. Is that who you're talking about, Kenneth? Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. I've actually talked to him a few times. Yeah, he's a little crazy. He likes to ask for money, if that's who you're talking about. I am waiting to have 100K in savings before I go. You know, if you can do that, man, you could probably go without having insurance and pay for yourself here and live on a lower budget then. That's key. If you can come over here with 100,000, or, you know, if you got money like that on the side, that's a great plan. My plan is about 2,500 a month. That's a good plan, Rich. You're in that sweet zone, you know. Jay Erickson, tend to get home. Let's see, what do you mean? I am banking on not getting injured and dying in my sleep at old age. Good for you, Rich McAllister. You planned well to have 2,000. Yeah, that's 2,500 is good, man. That's right about where I'm at. 10 grand, Jay, is a little low, but it's a good start. Oh, you're 57? Yeah, okay. Yeah, 10 grand's a good start, and you want to make sure that you grow that. You want to have enough to come over here and have a little bit each month that you can put aside to grow that, and have insurance. At least go on the peso plan. Okay, watch my videos on insurance so you understand more. I love the investment advice you give on your channel. Did you get into Dogecoin because it's on fire? No, I'm not big into crypto too much. I do have a little crypto. I actually plan on buying some Coinbase stock. That's gonna be my new one. I mean, I don't tell anybody to, you know, to get into it unless they have the money to lose, because you never know what's going to happen. But all my stocks have done exceptionally good. We own a home in Otun, Iloilo, and I would not live there with anything less than $1,500. Yeah, Iloilo is a little expensive. Plus a large emergency fund, $50,000. Yeah, I agree. How much of your 2 to 3K do you save each month? Well, I break it down into different accounts. So, I mean, I save quite a lot. I put 350 to 750 a month into stocks. But that's me. That's why I tell people, you know, just because you're in your 50s or 60s doesn't mean you shouldn't invest. You should definitely invest. You know, because you could live in the 80s, and then what? Be careful with Bitcoin. It's one government regulation away from collapsing. I agree. And Coinbase would collapse then too. Guy is crazy. Can you live on $4,000 a month post-tax? Yes. Jay Erickson, no, you don't need 10K to stay in the Philippines. Now he's talking, Scott, he's talking about his emergency fund. You'd need at least that for your emergency fund. I would recommend that anyway. You need a natural disaster fund, especially if you live in, that's part of your emergency fund. The emergency fund will cover that too. But you need enough money to add to your emergency fund when you use your emergency fund too. So that's why I'm saying you need to have some extra money in your budget, so that if you do use your emergency fund, you can regrow your emergency fund. And you should always have your emergency fund growing anyway. I mean, that's the best advice I can give you, because you will use your emergency fund. I guarantee it. You know. Have you been to General Trias Church? Are you talking about the one across? Let's see. I'm not sure where that is. No. I haven't been there. I don't have a car or a scooter, CB. What do I spend $2,500 a month on? I put some into stocks. I pay for my home. I pay for food. Food is expensive here, man. If you eat a lot of Western food. You know, we go to the malls, buy clothes. I help my girlfriend's daughter, I call her my daughter, with college. I give her about $220 a month for college and food, and I give my girlfriend about $200 a month for spending money for doing whatever she wants to do with that. And I have a little boy. We have to buy clothes for everybody and buy clothes for myself. And insurance, health insurance, life insurance, Netflix, phone, you know, all that stuff. Electricity. I have to pay to get my air conditioner cleaned once in a while. All that stuff adds up, man. You know, it adds up. You know, people think it's hard to go through that kind of money, but if you live a pretty decent life over here, plus that the AC alone is like $90 to $100 a month for electricity. And then you got water bills, things like that. Let's see, let's see, 10 rental units with income coming in. Just wishing they could open the country. Yes, Scott, that would help. I'm 35,000 to the good on Dogi right now. It's good. Have a great day, Steve. God bless. We'll see you at Vert Activity. Thank you for your answer. Anyone should visit first before pulling the trigger to make a full-time commitment. Yeah, I agree. Did you consider Thailand before settling in the Philippines? I actually thought about it, but it's a language issue. Planning of retire. I had been to the Philippines before also, so I like the Philippines. Planning of retired in 3 years. Wish me luck, Steve. Going to Ilocos Norte. I'm not good with pronouncing these names, guys, and I live here. I got it at 338 a share. Gunny John, I think the Chinese started Bitcoin and will collapse it. Thumpton, good timing in 3 years. Thanks, Stephen. This is my first time to do live chat. You're doing a great job addressing all these questions. Thanks, Vince. Nice hope it pans out for you. Exactly. Let's see. Kenneth, your girlfriend, they're in Colombia with you. Is she going to be allowed back into the Philippines? Gunny John, China is mining it like crazy. Yeah, they are. They have cheap electricity because of the they use water power. What are your views on the American-style all-you-can-eat steakhouse? Let's say the one at SM Mall. I actually like it. You know, Prime Steakhouse is really, really good. I love it. You know, and I actually turned somebody else, my friend Brian, onto it too. He likes it too. They give you small portions of the sides and stuff like that, but you can order as many as you want. Steve, would you know what province around Luzon you could live comfortably? Cavite. Cavite is very inexpensive to live here. No, especially for housing. Nobody knows about just staying around 2 months and then going somewhere else, maybe Thailand or Malaysia or Vietnam. That is what I look. And then coming back to the state. I invest in stocks in Canada. I'm 70. Got 700K. Let me see. 700K. That gives me 6K CAD a month net after tax. 4K, I should be good. You'll be more than good, Don. Let's see. I want to just slow travel, stay a couple months, 3 months, place until I find out that I want to only be in one place. Yeah, Rich. Yeah, move around, man. If you're single, just move around, find the place you want. Scott, Don, and Joy. My asawa Janet says you are guapo. Thanks, Vince. Scott Johnson, we're staying here for a few years. You get 180 days in each country here in Colombia, Peru. They all hooked up together. When you're 180 days up, one fly to the other. Have you tried Filipino street foods? No, I don't like Filipino street foods. I wouldn't even take the chance. Let's see, Don Murphy, you are in the sweet spot. Yes, definitely he is. Thanks, Steve. Have a great day. Early bedtime here. All right, thanks, York, PA. Have a good night. DR, Steve, you ever going to get married? Yes. Yes, I'm planning on it sometime in the future. Kenneth, oh wow, that's a cool situation. Thanks, Stiller. It's a huge super typhoon you guys have off the East Coast is a monster. Glad it's turning more north. Yeah, I'm glad too. We'll probably get a little bit of rain though, they're saying. I will be visiting the Philippines as soon as it's possible. Hope to soon. Dawn, are you looking good for Southeast Asia? Cavite is a really perfect location. Yeah, it is. It's a good location. A lot of fun things to do here because you're close to Batangas too. You know, so that's a good thing. Batangas is beautiful too. So Scott, if you look into Batangas, because it's not far from Cavite and it's actually nicer there, but it can be a little more expensive, and it's harder to get Western foods there. But that's why I like Cavite. Yes, I shipped my van to the U.S. to Cartagena, Colombia, from Houston, $2,200. So we travel. That's good. If we can ever get past this political pandemic, we will try to come visit you. Sounds good. We'll get over it soon. Don Murphy, as long as you have no major health issues, you will be all right. Just remember, this is not a rehearsal. Let's see. Good night. Checking out for midnight snack. By the way, Sox won 7-4. There we go, man. Go Sox. How long before you think the Philippines will be back to somewhat normal? You know what? We're at about 1% vaccine. 1% of the people have gotten vaccines, and that's the first shot, I believe, from what I heard last. So we're pretty far off from being somewhat normal, and we're in ECQ right now, so it's almost like a lockdown around Manila. Some other islands are way better off than we are. Let's see. Jay says, so how long would 250,000 last me in the Philippines, and how would I grow it there? Wow, that's a tough question, man. You know, because if you put it into some dividend-paying stocks, safe dividend stocks, you'd get about 5 or 6%, somewhere around there. So you'd have to figure it from there, just times it by that, you know, and then minus your taxes off. You can figure out how you could live, but I don't think that's 250,000 is enough. You need about 400 to 500,000. I would say 500,000, Jay, just to be honest with you. You know. Remember, if you have an American-made car in the PH, most models are made in Asia, and finding parts may be an issue. Maybe in Manila. Yeah, you can find some parts. It's just a little bit hard, James. Yeah, I did not like Colombia. Been to Phil Cebu, loved it. So, yeah, Jay, to get back to you on that, man, that's a tough question, you know, because you don't know what interest you're getting, you know. You could put it into some Charles Schwab ETF or something like that, or a mutual fund, but you're not gonna. Could you live off of that? It'd be a little bit rough, you know. I don't think you could live off that unless you had Social Security or some sort of pension coming in with it. You know, that's a good emergency fund though too, and you need an emergency fund with that too. By the way, Jay, there's a lot to it. Watch my videos and I'll give you a better idea. It'll wake you up a little bit. You know, if you watch those videos, there's a lot of information in there. It's not like something I can explain to you like on here really easy because there's just too much to it. Almost at 25% vaccinated in the USA, and that's going up a little over 1%. Yeah, I heard they're really going fast on the vaccinations there. Candido Gutierrez, hey Steve, got to drop But thanks for answering my questions. Keep up the good work on your channel. Thanks, Candido. Masa Don Murphy, do you mind letting us know what it is you didn't like about Colombia? Jay Erickson, as well as $1,300 a month. Well, if you got $1,300 a month, Jay, then you're sitting pretty good. I mean, and then you have income from the other money, which you could also rob from if you had an emergency. So yeah, Jay, you're in good shape, very good shape. Okay, like I said, if you ever want to talk, you can email me at what I told you earlier, and we can talk more if you want. Brian Greco, is 50 a good age to retire, or is it too soon? I think 55 is better, Brian. The more money, the better. So try to, put some more money away if you can. But if you got the money to do it and you're in the sweet spot, on the upper part of the sweet spot at that age, because you're going to need to save for when you get older, then yeah, then you're in a good spot. But you want to be on the upper part of that. Let's see. Manila Martin, I moved to the Philippines with about 400K. I bought 3 nice condos, lived one and rented 2, but I also worked and later did a couple more investments. Jay Erickson. Okay, thanks, buddy. You're welcome, Jay. No problem. Yeah, Jay, I didn't mean to kind of avoid you, but you really got to watch those other videos though too. Then you'll understand more. But after you said the 1,300, that helped me a lot. So, then I can give you more information. But if you watch those videos, I think you'll be enlightened. Watch my sweet spot video, and you'll find out why. Because once you hit 75, man, your insurance is gonna go really high, and it's good. It's good to also have that. I mean, when you get Social Security, that's gonna kick in too. I think on top of your 1,300, I'm guessing. So you're in a pretty good spot if I'm correct about the Social Security. You're in a really good spot because that 250,000 would be excellent because you could almost self-insure and you'd save yourself some money. Okay. Let's see. Dominican Republic sounds interesting too. Rick, I've actually been to DR. DR is a nice place, but it's the language barrier there. The language barrier is definitely an issue there. They have beautiful women there too. The girls are really pretty and they're nice. If Philly ever opens up again, I'm ready. Now I'm getting 2,500 a month in Mindanao, and that goes 2,500 in Mindanao, man. That's like living like a king down there. No, really. Thanks for the info. Yes, 2,000. Okay, so Jay, you're gonna be fine then. Don't even worry about it. You're in a good spot, man. See, I plan to retire at 58. I hope you can point us in the right direction. Yeah, Red Lightning. Yeah, man. Watch my videos, and if you ever need to get in touch with me, feel free to call me. We can talk and chat, and I can try to. I'll give you my best advice. I'll tell you from my experiences. It's the best I can do. I'm not a financial advisor by no means, and I tell people that. So 2,400 Social Security at 62. So 5 years without. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, you'll do fine, Jay. If you're in that sweet spot, you'll be fine. Please watch that sweet spot video. That'll help you a lot because it explains a lot. Because it's all about savings. Because you still need to save as you age. Because you're going to need that money in your 70s and 80s. You choose Philippine because they're good in English. Yes. I found Colombia not user-friendly. Lived in Estrada 6 and everything. Yeah, I heard Colombia's a little expensive. Rick E, is 3.5 million enough? Yeah. Do you know my PI Dream channel and the Villa Feliz house and pool? Build Blogger Guide. That's a nice place. I think I've seen it. I don't watch too many Philippine vloggers. I really, really don't. People ask me if I watch them. I watched them before I come over here, and after a while I was just watching. It was just stuff about girls all the time. There was really no good information on there, and the information that they did give was just very basic. Most of the stuff I ended up researching myself. I'm so tired of American and all the issues that is here. I agree with you, Johnny. Johnny's 5. Don Murphy, we in SN Guild now very reasonable. Let's see. Yeah, Cavite is very reasonable too, guys. So we got 132 people in here. That's great, guys. But for you guys coming over here, definitely don't just jump into any place, guys, when you come over here. Take a look at Cavite, take a look at Aurora. Watch San Juan La Union vlog if you guys are interested in that area. He's a good vlogger. You know, he's awesome. You know, there's a lot of good vloggers out there that show you their area. You know, let's see. So check out other vloggers too. I tell people, you know, my vlog is more info on helping people, and I'm gonna do more vlogs out there showing around here too, because I want people to understand what it's like here. Like we showed Batangas already. Batangas is beautiful, guys. It's another place you guys might want to look at also to retire. But Cavite, man, Cavite's like super cheap here, you know. Does the VA mail prescriptions to in the PI? Yes, it does, and they come actually pretty fast too. You know, I get prescriptions all the time. They deliver them sometimes when I'm doing live stream. So, but Maganda Gabi Steven, keep up the good work. No, Magadang Gabi Steve. Okay, I don't speak Filipino, guys, so even though I've been here, I just never learned the language. Hey guys, hit the like button, John says. Thanks, John. I gotta get going anyway, guys. I'm gonna be back on tomorrow morning, guys, at 9 a.m. again tomorrow. So let's see. Watch out for Tal. Good night, all. Steve, God bless. Thanks, Red Lightning. So be sure to tune in tomorrow, guys, at 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be doing other ones, surprise ones too, guys, because I know there's guys in Europe that want to ask questions. Is it hard to learn Filipino? Yeah, I think it is, because there's so many different dialects. Bailing out of Connecticut, $3,000 a month with pension, Social Security. We'll have excess of 100,000 backup. Sound good? Steve, sounds good, man. One of the things I've noticed, Steve, about your YouTube followers is that they seem to be a lot of like-minded folk. Your YouTube channel is a credit to yourself. Thank you, Maso. Yeah, we do have an awesome group of subscribers, man. We have a special group, I think. A lot of the other channels, you know, they're all on there for other reasons. We have a lot of really good people on here, very, very like-minded. I think that story that I did the other day about the tragedy of expats showed that we're all kind of in the same boat, and I was really glad that really hit a chord. Man, we got like over 5,000 views on that, and that said a lot right there. There's a lot of people coming over here that are coming off bad marriages, and you know, it speaks to what the United States has become, you know, and a lot of us have lost our kids and stuff like that, sadly, you know, and you know, I wanted to speak to that after I got that email, because I had received over 100 emails from guys that had lost their kids for one reason or another. The kids just won't talk to them, and it's just part of that generation, and it's very sad that that's happening, because I mean, I was a good father. I know many other people that were good fathers too, because I was hanging around a lot of my friends, and they were losing their kids too. The kids just stopped talking to them, you know, and that video really hit home with me, you know, when I saw all the comments on there, and that it hit home. But anyway, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys watching, and we're gonna be on tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. and we're gonna start doing more of these videos, some surprise ones too. Let's see. If you live in Cavite, you need a good dentist. Yeah, the dentist down the street here is horrible. But God bless, guys. Take care, okay? And Justin French says, thanks. Thanks, guys. God bless.